Let's look closer at emotional visualization.
Make sure you're sitting reasonably comfortably. It's only going to
Also, feel free to turn off your camera and turn off your mic.
take 2 minutes and that you're in a fairly relaxed state. Think for a moment about the fact of having a brother or a sister that you don't already have. If you've not got an older brother or a younger sister, then let's imagine that you have one of those. And if you've already got older and younger brothers and sisters, have one that's even older or even younger. Okay, that's it. Decision's made. Don't change it, don't think about it. That's it. Stick with that. Not important to worry about anything else there. Now, I'd just like you to give them a name. First name that comes into your mind. Doesn't matter, don't question it, don't dislike it or like it, that's the name. Done. So you've got this sibling, this brother or sister, and you've got the name, and you might already know what colour their hair is. But don't give any of this any more thought, except that now you're sitting down. And you're actually sitting in a cab, and it's on its way across town because a few minutes ago you got a telephone call telling you that this person, I'm sorry to have to tell you, has had an accident, a road accident. You're not quite clear what happened, something to do with being possibly hit by a car at any rate. It's an accident and their arm is damaged and they're immediately going in for an operation, so you're shooting across to the hospital. And you're sitting there, in the cab. You're 7 minutes or so away from the hospital. And your phone goes again. Okay? You answer it. You don't have to do any of this, don't think about it, don't imagine it. Just accept that it's the case. If I tell you that you're wearing red or you're wearing blue, you don't have to feel different. You just are, it's just the case. You're sitting in the cab, that's it. Don't try to act sitting in the car, you're sitting, that's it. You're there, sitting in the car, and your phone goes again. And it's the hospital again. And it's a woman's voice. And she immediately passes you to another person. And it's also a woman's voice. And she asks if you're on the way to the hospital. And you say yes, if there is there any further information. And they mention something, and you say something about the arm. And there's a little bit of hesitation. And they say, well, I'm afraid the accident was a little bit more serious. And are you going to be at the hospital soon? And you realize that could sound very serious, and you say yes, and somehow or other in the course of things they hang up or you hang up and you're talking to the driver or something. 4 minutes later you arrive at the hospital and you go in through the front doors and there's a reception desk. There's a room beside the reception desk which you're passed into. They seem to already know who you are. And you go into this reception room and you sit down and you wait about 2 or 3 minutes. And you're wondering about asking the receptionist what's happening and if you can go through and see your brother or sister. But at that point, a male doctor comes along and asks who you are and what you've been told about the accident. And I'm sorry to have to say that you're given the news that your brother or sister has died. Sorry. I am sorry to have to tell you that your family members died. Maybe you still feel surprised by this acting exercise. Maybe you're crying. Doesn't really matter which it is. You've got a reaction. And if not, this exercise wasn't the one for you, or I didn't do it well enough for you. And if we get the CIA and the FBI to put their lie detectors on your wrists and see if you are actually upset about the death of this family member, they'll see you are. It's not pretense, it's not a lie, it's not an act, it's not fake. It's real. You're actually upset. So there's a real feeling, it's real. The person doesn't exist.